Yes, please. All right. Okay. First of all, thank you everyone for introducing yourself and taking out time and joining this webinar. First of all, I would like to say I'm sorry you might be seeing myself seeing upwards because I'm not being able to adjust my laptop camera for some reason, and it shows like I'm looking up and I'm not looking at you. So sorry for that. Um, Maheen, I'm really humbled whatever you said about me, and I think we have started this journey together. It's been like more than 2 years now, 3 years, and the whole concept was that how can we make an impact? How can we make a difference? And this was the whole idea behind the Women Ascension. And I must say, Maheen has done an incredible job. So it's just not because she has said so many kind words about me, but it's the truth. If she is learning from me, I'm also learning from her. All the entrepreneurship skills you can learn from her. She's so good at it, and I can see her growing every single day. So thank you, Maheen, for giving me this opportunity always, and the whole team of Women Ascension. And let's start then. And you can, okay, let me also introduce you myself as well. So for me, I worked for almost 16, 17 years in corporate world. So I know exactly about the corporate world, inside and outside. But when I was in corporate world, I was burned out. I was lost, even though I was working on a very good position. I was earning really good money in Dubai, but there was a sense of loss, and there was a sense like I'm not being able to achieve. Or I can say it's not about achieving; it was about the fulfillment, which was not there. So I started my own personal journey where I wanted to learn more about how our mind works, how our behaviors, our thinking affects our life. Basically, is there any way we can change or improve our life? So I learned many. I would say I did many courses about NLP, hypnotherapy, and energy healing, and you just call the name, and I did that. But finally, when I landed up in hypnotherapy, that changed my life because then I really understood. I got the answer to my question: is there any way we can improve our life or change our life? Yes, we can. Yes, we can, because when God has sent us in this world with so many challenges to face, so it's not that He has just sent us with those challenges, but He has also given us a power inside us, in our brain, in our mind, that we can change our life and we can address those challenges. So we are not helpless creature, first of all. So it's not that everything is in our destiny and it's whatever challenges we are facing, we have to face that, we have to suffer. We are not born to suffer. So for me, when I will talk with you about the professional environment, more than that, personal effectiveness or personal empowerment is very important for me because I believe you have to work from inward to outward. That's what I have learned. I wish I could have learned all these skills, or I had all these understanding when I was in a corporate world. So once I understood how powerfully your mind and your brain works, and how can you change your life or improve your personal life, your relationship, your career, and you can take a better decisions in your life, I decided to move out from the corporate life, and I found my passion and my purpose to become a hypnotherapist. And since then, I never looked back. And I'm working as a hypnotherapist. I work as a coach, especially with women, to raise their confidence and self esteem. And today, this topic I really wanted to address because we are so much focused on the external factors of our life. We want to, everyone, all of us, we want to grow in our professional life. No matter which area you're working in, whether you're working in a bank, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, or you are still a student, or you're an entrepreneur, you want to start your career, whatever it is, if you are not working inside of you, if you don't know who you are and what you really want in your life, you won't be successful. Everyone have their own meaning of success, but you won't be fulfilled. You will be working, you will feel that you're burned out. And you get so many external rewards for that. You got bonuses, high salaries, better position, but somewhere you are just not happy. So that is something I want to address today. You must have learned so many skills externally, how to have a better communication, how to manage your time, or how to have a better relationship, how to have a good teamwork. But what about you? Who you are? That is very important. And what is that you want in your life, and how can you improve? You can only improve in your professional life or in your personal life if you know yourself. So that's something I want to start with. And you can stop me anywhere you want. So I might be not looking at the messages. So maybe Maheen or someone can interrupt me. That you can just open your mic, and if you have any question, you want to stop me somewhere, you have like anything, you can ask me, no problems. So let's start. Okay. So I wanted to start with the self-awareness. This is something very close to my heart, and this is something for me is a foundation. If you have a very weak foundation, you won't be able to build a strong building on the top of it or a house on the top of it. So self-awareness it's the core for you to start any of your journey, whether it's a professional journey, whether it's a personal journey. So I want to start with the self-awareness, and I want you to understand basically, first of all, how our mind work. So then it makes sense everything for us, what we do and why we do. So for example, somewhere yes, okay. First of all, we need to have the synchronicity. And what do we mean by that? If we look at it, we have a body, mind, heart, and soul. If we want to have a fulfilled career or is our personal life, we have to be in sync. What is the need of our body? Food. What is the need of our mind? Creativity. What is the need of our heart? Is passion, love. And what is the need of our soul? Is purpose. If all these four ingredients are in sync, then we feel fulfilled no matter what we do in our life, because we are fulfilling all these basic needs in our life. And first of all, let's understand how our brain works. And I'm just giving you a very brief overview on that. We are born with 80 to 86 billion brain cells, which is, if you see on our brain, there is a gray matter. So that gray matter is basically, they are our brain cells. Now, in these 80 to 86 billion brain cells, each cell have 82 GB memory space. So imagine with how much memory space we are born with. But not all these brain cells have an information. Only some of the brain cells have this information, like how our body will grow, how our bones will grow, how our heart will grow, how our blood will flow. Just those basic information it has. And rest of all the cells are empty. And what does they do? When we are born, we don't have any concept. We don't have any perception. It's empty. All our brain cells are empty except the basic need, what our body needs to grow. That information is there. Rest all the cells are empty. We have no concept when we are born, whether I'm a bad kid, I'm a good kid, whether money is scarce or money is abundant, whether I'm lovable, I'm not lovable. We have no concept, we have no perception. But with time, when we grow, we develop those memories. We create the perceptions. In our first initial years, 6 to 8 years, we develop our belief systems. We develop our right and wrong. What is right? What is wrong? We develop our perceptions. And those perceptions or those memories, whether they are traumatic memories, whether they are good memories, whatever memories, we start storing those memories in our brain cells. And those memories or those perceptions is called neuropaths. You must have heard this word maybe many times. So whatever has been with time has been storing in those cells. That's how we start behaving, and that's how we start believing in things. Because we are born as a clean slate, but we start filling up those cells with our experiences, with our perceptions, because we don't know anything about, we have no idea about this world. We learn from our primary caretakers, our parents, our teachers, or whoever is around us. So this concept is very important to understand, because why we do some things, it's very important to understand why we do what we do. What memories we are holding in our mind. And our behavior, it's driving our behavior, it's driving our belief systems. So the question is that if those cells have already been filled up with all those, even if it's a bad experiences or maybe some trauma has happened, can that be empty? Yes, you can. You can release those memories and you can develop new perceptions. You can develop new beliefs. So it's you who has created initially all those memories, and you are the one who can take charge of that and you can change it. And we can discuss that later. So it's very important to understand that how our brain and mind work. And very important when we talk about knowing ourselves or self-awareness. So the core is, what do we believe in? Our values are driving from our beliefs. Because whatever we think is important for us, those are driving from our beliefs. And what are the beliefs? What we think is true in our life. Beliefs are by definition are limiting. When we born, we don't have any kind of belief for anything. What is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong, nothing. But from experiences, what we learn from our elders, we start building up the beliefs. For example, my mother got angry with me. And as a child, I built up a belief that maybe I'm not lovable. Or maybe she ignored me. I'm not valuable. I'm not important. As a child, you give different meaning to different incidents. Maybe they are not true, but once you develop in your mind, that is true for you. And our values are also driving from our beliefs. And all our beliefs and values make our self-image, our self-identity. And our self-identity is driving us in our professional life, in our personal life, in our relationship. We reflect everywhere who we are. So it's very important to understand what you believe in. What are your values? And that is comprising your whole self-image and your identity. And we are going to work on that. How can we discover our beliefs and values? So any one of you, maybe you are on laptop or you have any pen and paper, I will do some small exercises with you. So please keep that close to you. So for example, we want to explore what we believe in. We believe only what we experience and what we see. What we don't see and what we don't experience, we don't believe in that. For example, I tell you, I believe in ghosts because I have seen the ghost. You will tell me, no, ghost doesn't exist. I have never seen it. So that's your belief because you have never experienced it. But I have experienced it. I have seen it. So that's true for me, but that's not true for you. And most commonly, the beliefs what we are having is I'm not good enough. Maybe as a child, I have learned that. I have experienced that. Maybe from my teachers who told me I'm very stupid. I don't know how to learn. I'm not good at my studies. I don't score well. another person, another child is better than me, I'm not enough, I'm not important. This is the very common belief people have. And that affects our self esteem and that affects our confidence, and we reflect everywhere in our behavior. So, for you to identify your beliefs, because this is your core, if you want to grow in your life, if you want to grow in your career, it's very important to know what is that you believe in. So I won't take time here, but I want you to note down these questions. I want you to do this exercise maybe after this webinar or whenever you get time. But it's very important. This is your core. These are your basics. Even if you are struggling with your profession, with your career, just identify what do you believe about that? And why do you believe in this? It's just like, digging in, digging in. Maybe you take some pen and paper and sit with yourself. Because unless and until, if you think I'm not good enough, how are you going to grow in your career? If you think I don't deserve a success because someone told me when I was a child, you can never be a successful person. If you think that you're not worthy of earning money because someone as a child told you that money is very scarce and you really have to work hard, then how are you going to earn money or grow in your career? I have struggled so much in my professional life because I realized this very late in my life or in my corporate life that I always believe that I don't deserve it. How many of you are not like, you're not a person who accept any kind of appreciation or compliment? If someone gives you any kind of compliment or appreciates you, you find very uncomfortable. Does this happen with you? You feel no, this is not me, someone else has done, it's very hard for you to take any kind of ownership of your success. You are always putting off that success on someone else's shoulder. No, it's not me, that person, my boss did it for me, my colleague did it for me. But you feel scared when someone appreciates you, you just step back. So there are so many beliefs we build. That's why we get stuck in our professional growth as well. Somewhere I believe I'm not good enough. Or maybe when I was a child, I was not allowed to speak up for myself. I was told maybe by my parents, by my teachers, no, you don't speak. You just stay quiet. And what happened when I'm grown up with that belief and maybe I'm in a meeting, maybe I'm in my professional life somewhere in the office or whatever, I'm in a business deal, I'm in a meeting, and I really wanted to speak up, but something somewhere is stuck inside me. And I don't know what's happening because you're thinking consciously, why I'm not being able to speak? I really wanted to say this. Or maybe I have a low confidence. And we think, people, those who are talking and they're really speaking up, they are very confident people. No one is born with confidence. This is a muscle you build and that muscle is also based on your belief system. So please, this is very important that you dig in yourself and find out whatever the issue you're facing in your life or whichever phase of your life you are, just dig in and see what is stopping you. Where is this belief coming from? And most of the time, because belief is like, we believe this is true, but maybe it's not true. Do I have any evidence? If someone told me that I'm not good, I'm not beautiful, so many people have self-image issue. So maybe as a child, someone told me I'm not beautiful, but is that true? Maybe it's not true. There is no evidence for that. I am beautiful. So look for another perspectives. Question your beliefs. And another way you can do it, when you say, just like you just take a deep breath and just relax and just tell yourself, I'm not good enough. and just see how you feel that emotion in your body, because your body tells you what exactly you believe in. What kind of emotion is coming up when you say this? I'm not beautiful. I don't deserve this. What do you feel inside your body? If there is no such feeling, maybe that's not your belief, there is something else. But if you actually feel some kind of a discomfort with your negative belief, it means that part exists somewhere inside you, and somewhere most probably is coming from your childhood. So do this exercise. This is really, really important. And always look for different perspective. If you have developed this belief, you can release your belief as well. I can tell you one exercise. You just note it down. Once you are done with this exercise and something came up, maybe there are one or two or three or four or five beliefs came up, and you know they are not serving you. Those are the negative belief, and they are not true. Maybe till this age you were thinking that's true, but that's not true. So what you can do, just close your eyes, relax, take some deep breath, close your eyes, and imagine that you are putting all those beliefs in some kind of basket or anything, bag, basket, anything. And you are just throwing behind you. And behind you, it may be some kind of, maybe in a river, maybe it's a fireplace is burning there, or maybe you can bury that bag somewhere in the sand. It's just, you're tricking your mind that this baggage, this unnecessary garbage does not exist anymore. So you bury it somewhere, and then you start working on your new beliefs as to what you want. All right, so please do this exercise. Now I want you to explore your core values. Now this is something I want you to do now, because I don't want to leave everything after the webinar. So most of the time we just don't take out the time and we do it. So please, I want all of you to be engaged in this one and do this exercise. And what you're going to do, maybe you can write on your laptop. I will give you, for now, I will give you 5 minutes, but after that, you can take your time, you can do it, redo it, no problem. Maybe you can take your pen and paper, whatever. Just please get ready with that, with this. And what you have to do, I want you to think the peak or any high point in your life when you were really excited, when you were really feeling proud of yourself. And maybe that's a moment, maybe that's a whole day, maybe that's a whole month, or maybe that's 1 hour, whatever. But any point in your life when you were feeling really happy, fulfilled, think of that moment, that peak high point in your life. And I want you to write down what was so important in that experience. What values were you honoring in that? First, you write that, and then I want you to write the low point in your life, any point where any incident, any experience where you felt very upset, you were really frustrated. And think of that experience for a moment and just write down what was happening in that experience which you feel makes you upset or frustrated. What did you compromise in that moment? So I want you to write these two things, and I'm going to give you 5 minutes. So please do dig in. You can redo it afterwards, but for now, I really want you to do this one. If you have any confusion, you can ask me. And please, you have to open up your mic, because I won't be able to read all the messages at the moment. Let me know if all of you are doing. Just open your mic and tell me.
Yeah, we are doing it, madam.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
I'm
Okay,
doing.
good. Lovely.
Met.
So 5 minutes starting from now. Take your time. By the way, you don't have to share this with me. It's for you only. But I just want you to do it. That's it. Okay, I'm back. I hope you guys have written this. So now what next I want you to do is this. Now you have written what value has been compromised in your high point when you were not compromised, like what you really value when you were in high point, and what was compromised when you were in a low point. So I just want you to write if there is any kind of relationship in those two experiences. And what values are being honored or neglected. Once you got an answer, I want you to write this sentence. I honor whatever the value is because and I want you to write that. What is the reason for that? Why did you honor that? Because that will give you a more clarification on that value. If you have honored any kind of your value, that was because of what? I hope that's done. Anyone have any question, any confusion with doing this exercise? So please open your mic and you can ask me.
Yes, ma'am. I have a question. The question number first question, what if any is the relationship of those experience? So I'm not getting here that whatever I have written in my low and in my high, so I have to check the relationship pattern. Are they meeting or I still not get clarity in this question. Please explain.
Okay, so it's not necessary you will find any kind of connection, but we are trying to understand. Maybe it's too opposite. Maybe some honesty is your core value. And what has been upset you in one incident, where was your low point, that someone has been very dishonest with you, and you really felt bad and hurt in that. And on the other side, on the peak side, maybe someone has been very honest with you, or you have been honest with others, and you feel proud of that moment. If there is any kind of connection between two values, or maybe they are opposite things, it's fine. But we are just trying to understand what have you discovered at your peak time and what have you discovered at your low point. So you will understand what is the value you really honor. So I hope you got an answer that what you really honored when you were really excited. Yes.
Do you have to share this, what we honor?
You don't have to, but if you want to, you can.
Yep. So I want to share that I really honor authenticity,
Okay.
transparency, and accountability, because within a team it is really much important. It glues the team together, and it builds
Mm-hmm.
trust, and it improves the productivity of the group. If these aren't there, then the group disintegrates and the productivity is compromised. I also feel
That.
like it
Mm-hmm.
also comes with empathy and tolerance, because if you don't
Mm-hmm.
have empathy and tolerance towards your fellow mates, then their authenticity and their transparency may hurt you or may hurt your sentiments. But as a leader, you need to have tolerance and patience and be empathetic.
Thank you so much, Noor, for sharing that. It's really great. And that's what I said. When you will align yourself and you will understand who you are and what you value, your actions and your decision will also be aligned with that. And if somewhere you're triggered, sometimes it happens that we feel very upset in some kind of experience. Maybe it's in the office, outside the office, in your personal life. Then do understand why you are triggered, because that will affect your emotional health. So maybe somewhere your own personal value is compromised. But when you take any kind of decision in your life, why it is very important to understand. Because when you take any kind of decision in your life, you take any action in your life, remember what are your values, what is significant for you, because then your performance will change, because then you will be aligned with yourself. You know what you are doing. You are working with authenticity. You are transparent, and when you will take such kind of actions, you will be definitely feel very fulfilled and proud of you. But if someone in the group, in your team, is not behaving in that way, that might hurt you. So we have to step back in that moment and we need to understand before we judge others. Why I'm feeling so upset because of this incident, because that person is not being authentic or is lying or is not truthful. It's not him. It's your value is being compromised. That's why you are upset. That's why you're stressful. Once you understand these things, you will process your emotions and responses in a very different way, because it's very easy for us to judge others. But everyone holds their own unique values, perceptions, and beliefs. So that's why this exercise is very important for yourself to understand who you are, what you believe in, what are your core values, what matters to you. Okay? Thanks for sharing that. And another thing you can, because this is, see, self awareness or self journey or self exploration, it's an ongoing journey. I hope all of you know this and understand this one. So it's not a one time job. It's not a one time you will sit and you will just explore everything. No. With time, it might change also. Your belief system change. Your values be changed. So keep digging yourself and keep doing different exercises to explore more about yourself. For example, another way you can do it, there must be some role models in your life. So if there are any kind of role models in your life, so just think, what is that you really appreciate about them? What value do they hold? That's why you make them your role model. What is that value? What action do they take which you really appreciate? Why you make that person your role model? So that will also give you clarification. Okay, because that person has this quality, this value, which I really appreciate, and that's why that person is my role model. So it means this is my value too. You can create a list of values. Maybe you can write as many as you want, and then you can filter them for like top 10 and then top 5. So all of us, we have our own unique values. To understand yourself is very important. So you can create a list of values. You keep working on that. Maybe, every day you can have your journal, and this will really help you. Once you end your day, before you sleep, just write down what happens today. And if something has upset you today, why you got upset, what happened in that experience, write it down. If you felt really happy about something, what happened in that experience, why you felt so happy about it. So journaling really helps you to understand your patterns. What happened when you keep writing every single day about your experiences? So after some time, when you'll go back, you will understand what pattern you are running. What is your belief system? What values you most and where you can't compromise? What is something where you can fight for it? And what is something you can't tolerate? So because we live a very ignorant life, day starts, day ends. So unless and until we don't live a conscious life, we won't be able to grow personally or professionally. So you can do journaling every single day if you are really keen to know yourself. So you can journal every single day. Okay, I have ended my day. My day is in. What did I learn today? What upsets me? What make me happy? What I can do more? So keep writing those things. And for testing purpose, if you have explored any of your belief system or any of your core value, try to make some kind of a decision based on that. Just test your decision making and then see what will be the outcome for that. How did you feel this time when you have taken some decision which matches your core value? And the outcome, how do you feel about that outcome now? Rather than just taking randomly any decisions because someone suggested me to do this or do that. No, it's not about who has suggested me what. It's about what I believe in, what values me most, and take some kind of decision based on that and just see how it worked for you. And another best part is that sometimes we can't see our own blind spots. So we have maybe a mentor, maybe a colleague, maybe a good friend, maybe someone from your family. Take a feedback from them. What do they think? What is more important for you? Where you get upset, where you feel happy, where you feel fulfilled. So sometimes feedback from others because they are looking us from the outside. Sometimes feedback from others really help us to understand ourselves. Maybe I get just angry on a very small things and people and I'm not even realizing that. Yeah. But someone will tell me, no, Asma, you behave very irrational. What's wrong with you? So then I need to work on that. I need to dig in why I'm feeling upset. What is making me angry? Okay. So this is an ongoing work. Your belief system and your core exploration of your core values. And your beliefs and your core values will create your self-identity, your identity. What do you believe about yourself? And this is a continuous work. This is something you have to keep doing, keep digging. You have to look at your emotional responses. Just now I said, if I feel angry or my mood swings are there. I'm constantly, sometimes I'm happy, sometimes angry, sometimes I'm upset, but there is a constant mood swings. So what is that? What is upsetting me? Because something is affecting my identity. Something is going against my identity. And that's why I'm having these mood swings. Maybe I have a lot of garbage with my negative belief systems. So you are the one who is going to explore, because this is who you are, and you will reflect your identity in the outside world. If you will not believe in success, doesn't matter, you get promotion, you get bonuses, you get as many external rewards, you will always feel that I'm stuck somewhere. You won't be able to accept the success. You won't be able to accept more money. You won't be able to accept the appreciation. So this is a constant work you have to do. Normally, people say, work on your weaknesses. I didn't write here strengths and weaknesses. I don't want you to assess your weaknesses. All of us, we have weaknesses. This is what I learned from my mentor. And I would like to share that. We all have weaknesses. We don't have to spend so much time on improving ourselves on our weaknesses. That's there, fine. But we are all born with some kind of unique talent. We have to explore that. Build on your talent. Don't spend your time, energy, oh, I'm weak in this part, or this is my weakness, and let me spend some time here. No. You work on your strengths, explore what you are good at it, what you enjoy doing it. What is there something you just do it naturally? You don't really have to think hard or work hard for that. It comes to you so naturally. Maybe you can go to your childhood memories and just think of that at that time. What was you really, as a child, what did you really enjoy doing it? Maybe you love to teach people. And today you're sitting in a bank and you feel you're lost because that is something is not your talent. Your talent is lying somewhere else. Maybe you wanted to be a speaker, and where you are sitting in your professional life, you're not getting that opportunity. So explore yourself. What is your strength and what are your talents? Build on your talent, no matter what it is. This limitation is just in our mind. People tell us, you can do this, you can't do this. This is something we have filled in our those cells, the empty cells, this memory that someone told us, you can't do this. When I was a child, I shared my dream with someone who was not worthy of sharing it. I told him I want to be an entrepreneur, and he laughed at me. And I felt so bad as a child. And I developed that belief that, I can never earn money out of entrepreneurship because it's not me, it's not for me. But who is he? No one. And I made this my truth. I believed in that. And I always looked for a job. Deep inside, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I always go for a job because this is what somewhere as a child I was discouraged. I built some kind of a belief, and my mind is always thinking that I can only earn money through job. And I kept working in a corporate life, but that was someone, not me. So it doesn't matter how much money I earn, what position I got, what house I got, irrespective. That never made me happy because that was not me. So it's very important to understand who you are, what is your identity. And whatever you have understood about yourself till now, or somewhere you think that you have created your identity, someone who cannot achieve success in life, who is not deserving of success, I want you to upgrade your self image. And how can you do that? So please understand this. Your self image is very important. If you think you don't deserve anything, or it could be anything, you don't deserve love, you don't deserve having a good home, you don't deserve to rise in your career, you don't deserve to be a CEO of a bank or any organization, no matter how hardly you will work, no matter how many certifications you will do, you will be stuck and you will be struggling to become a CEO of that organization. Because somewhere your self-image is telling you, you're not worthy of it. Who are you to become a CEO? You don't have that talent. Another person is more talented than you. So once you understand what are your core beliefs, what you understand, what is really matters for you, what are your values, what is really important for you in your life, and who you want to be, then you have to upgrade your self-image. And how can you do that? For example, you want to be, like, I'll take my example. You want to be an entrepreneur, fine. No, I just want you to sit and think or write. As an entrepreneur, how do I need to think? Because if, for example, I'm working in a corporate and I'm very used to of my paychecks, do I have to think differently? If that is the case, then how I have to think about it as an entrepreneur? Let's suppose what is the personality of that entrepreneur you want to be? Maybe you have any kind of role model in your life. So look at them and see what qualities they hold, what actions they take, how they think, how they walk, how they talk, how they think, how they behave. Observe them. Or if you don't have any role model, but you have some kind of image in your mind that this is a person I want to be, or I want to be the CEO of this organization. But then what do I need to do apart from having all those degrees and certifications? That's outer thing. That's another thing. But how do I need to think? How I will act, how I will walk, how I will talk, how I will deal other people. Like I think Noor mentioned about as a leadership, I felt that she want to be in a leadership role. So if you want to be in a leadership role, first write down all the qualities of that role or of that person you want to be, and then start matching yourself with that. If that is the person you want to be, will think very positively. For example, that person never thinks low of himself. So what I will do from tomorrow, I will start thinking high of myself. I will start feeling good of myself, because now I'm matching myself, I'm upgrading my self-image to the person I want to be. Whoever you want to be, whatever is more significant for you, whatever is most important for you, whatever role you want to create yourself like in your life and you want to be, then upgrade yourself. And even I do one exercise with my clients in hypnosis, and I'm just telling you, maybe it's a very simple exercise. Once you have written that and you are very clear on that I want to be this person, or I want to be entrepreneur or the CEO, and these are the qualities this person will hold, and I will start working on that, I will start talking like that. So just in your imagination, maybe you can just sit quiet, close your eyes, just relax, and imagine there are 10 stairs going upwards, and on the top of the stairs that person is standing, who have all these qualities and who is very successful in whoever you want to be. And you are standing at the at the first step, and you gradually start taking one step up and just moving towards that person, and on each step you can tell yourself any kind of suggestion, affirmation. For example, I'm a change maker, I'm a transformer, I'm a successful person. Whatever you want to say, on each step, keep telling yourself mentally, this is who you are, whichever identity you want to upgrade. And once you are at the top of the stairs and that image is there of that person you want to be, just imagine you are merging with that image. And just feel that emotion is very important. How you're feeling now, how fulfilled you're feeling now. So there are various ways to do that, but the core thing is that clarification. You have to be very clear who you want to be. What qualities will that person hold? And what actions you will take from today onwards to become that person, because this is the process you have to go through, who you will become in that process. Okay? Okay, so before I move to productivity and goal setting, anyone have any questions about self-awareness? Any question you want to ask? You can open your mic and ask me. If not, then we can move forward. All right. So no questions? All right. Good. Okay. Now, I have explained you what you have to do inwardly. Okay. Now we are talking about the external factors. Okay. Sorry, the voice is not clear. Someone wants to speak, or? Okay. I can't hear. The voice is not clear. Okay, maybe you can write in a message. The voice is not clear, so we can address to your question at the end of this webinar. So maybe if someone can take note of that from Women Ascension. Okay. So that was the internal part. This is something very important I wanted to explain before we go to the external activities we can do to improve our productivity or set our goals, because we reflect outside what we are inside. So it's very important for us to work internally, then externally, and then you will see the results. So when we talk about productivity, so if you see this whole word product have the half form of activity. So this is what we call productivity. So by movement, or we are just going here and there and moving around, is not an achievement. This is not a productivity. We think that whole day we were very busy. I'm busy doing so many things. But does that mean I was really productive? Or I was just doing my to-do list? These are the things I have to do. Okay, I've done this. I will do the rest of the things tomorrow. And I have done a lot of work. But if I look at my outcome, there's a zero outcome of that. So by moving around, doing things here and there doesn't mean that I'm productive. I have to create an outcome of my actions. And that's what I will say is a productivity, when you create the results. And there are things which limits our productivity because we have to generate results. There might be days when you feel and you know that you were really productive and you really generate so many results today, or you got the outcome what you have started. Maybe you don't get any appreciation from your manager, from your colleagues, from anyone, but you will feel very happy and very fulfilled because you will literally feel that I have generated results today. And that's what I call I was really productive. Doesn't matter if I didn't get any appreciation. But when you see the results, what you were looking for, or when you get the outcome of your actions, so you yourself are very self-motivated. You don't need any kind of a motivation. But when you are just going here and there and just doing various things without any kind of a focus, and you're not generating any kind of results, you will be frustrated, and maybe your manager will be frustrated from you. So there are things which limit our productivity. One is multitasking. Now, there is a concept, especially I hear in women, that we are the multitaskers because we have to take care of our home and kids, and we are doing our jobs, and we do so many things at the same time. But the research shows that multitasking is really dangerous for your brain and for your mind and for your productivity. It's just like when you are driving and you are on the phone. So are you really doing that multitasking in a way that you where you are exposed to an accident? It's like most of the time there are chances maybe you will take a wrong turn, you can hit a car, or anything can happen on the road when your mind is distracted in two places. One, your eyes are looking at the road, but you are listening to someone else call and you're talking to that person. Your mind is somewhere else. So multitasking is not a way to be more productive. So please, so many people believe in that and they proudly tell you that I'm a multitasker. If you're a multitasker, you're doing so many things at the same time, it means you are not giving your 100% to a single thing. If you really want to create some result or produce some result out of your actions, you have to single task it. You have to give your 100%. You will be more faster. Have you ever noticed, like, if you're on the phone, you're driving, your speed gets slow. And most of the time you take wrong turn. Sometimes you don't see the signal. You don't see someone is just crossing the road. So what happened? You're wasting your time and energy, and you're not being able to complete one thing. You're not focused on the phone 100%. You're not focused on the driving 100%, which is prone to the risk of accident or anything else. Same as when we try to do so many things at the same time, we are not producing any result. We are not productive. Even it will take more time to complete anything. So please avoid multitasking. Secondly, is poor planning. So imagine if I wake up and I don't have any plan for the day. How many things I'm going to complete today? Maybe none, maybe one or two. And then when at the end of the day, when I'm going to sleep, I feel very frustrated. Oh my God, I couldn't do anything. I have this long list of things to do, but I couldn't complete anything. Maybe I did one or two things. Okay, let me do. And then I will say, oh, I procrastinate. And maybe I'm lazy. Maybe I wasted my time. No, it's not that. The thing is that you didn't plan anything. You have no idea what you're going to do tomorrow. So how you will think you will be productive or complete anything? And I tell you something, how our mind work. When we are about to sleep, whatever thoughts we are running in our mind, when we sleep, our conscious mind will be shut. But our subconscious mind will be working because our subconscious mind is doing all this involuntary job of our heartbeat, our heart, even if we are sleeping, our heart is beating, we are breathing, our blood is flowing. So our subconscious mind, which is like 90% controls our behavior, is active, even if we are sleeping. So whatever we are thinking before sleeping, whole night while we are sleeping, our mind will keep processing that. Have you ever noticed, like, if whatever you're thinking before you sleep, when you wake up in the morning, your mind will start working from the same point? Or maybe you will dream about the same thing. Maybe it's most of the time we are like on the screens and we are watching some videos or whatever, and we are dreaming about the same thing. So if rather than that, if you just plan your day before you sleep, that tomorrow these 4 or 5 things I'm going to do. So what will happen? Once you sleep, your subconscious mind will keep working on that. And you never know, you wake up and you just suddenly you have some kind of an idea, some kind of a solution in your mind. Because your mind, whole night, your subconscious mind was working on that. And once you wake up, you will just start your day. Maybe people are still thinking what they have to do today, and you are just halfway through. You are done. Because you are already at work. You know exactly what you're going to do tomorrow. So your planning is very important. And if you do it a day before you sleep, maybe you have your journal on your side table. Just write down these things I'm going to do tomorrow. If there is some issue you have to resolve, you can give instructions, some kind of your mind that I need a solution for this one. And then sleep. You never know. You wake up, you'll get some idea. You get the solution. This is how your mind works. Secondly, time chunking. It's not possible that we can be active all the time. During the day, there are some hours where we feel that we are very active or we have high energy. Like for me, I'm a morning person. For me, first few hours of the day it's very productive. For me, it's like I'm very active. I'm in a high vibration. But once the sun sets, my energy just gone, done. But everyone works differently. My husband works totally opposite than me. He is in high energy at night. In the morning time, he's very slow. So all of us, we have our own unique way of living, or you can say it's a unique physique. We feel differently, and not all of us we are same. So first of all, you think or you know better that which are those hours where you are more active, you are more attentive. Just pick those 2 to 3 hours. There's a research which shows that normally in a day, we are very productive for 60 to 90 minutes. 60 to 90 minutes are from total duration of the day, from 24 hours. There are 3 hours, 60 to 90 minutes, which is where we are more active and we are more productive. Everyone will have the different hour. Maybe someone is more active in the afternoon, someone is more active at the night. Pick those 60 to 90 minutes where you have to do your most important thing, whether that's some kind of your project, anything you're working on, which you think is very important, and I have to complete this. So pick those 60 to 90 minutes, which you think you will be more productive or you will be in a high vibration or high energy. And out of those 60 to 90 minutes, what I suggest, and there was the research also done on this one, that never sit for a longer hours on your chair or wherever you're working and just keep working. That will make you tired and it will reduce your speed. After every 30 minutes, just take a break for 10 minutes. So out of those 60 or 90 minutes, what you have scheduled for your important work, for your important project, after every 30 minutes, and sometimes we are so engaged in our work that we don't realize that how much time has been passed. So for that, you can just put some kind of a reminder on your phone, not to check your social media, just a reminder. And just check after 30 minutes, just a reminder will be on and it will tell you to take a break. For 10 minutes, just stretch your body, move around. This will regain your energy and then come back. So this is the one way you can manage your time for any important project in a better way with more energy. This is very important, presence. All of us, we have different issues, matters, challenges in our life. And all of us, we are going through in a different moods or different circumstances, different experiences. And when we sit for some work, our mind is always, going left and right, and we are thinking about those issues, those challenges, or whatever is going on. And what happened? That will prolong that work what you are doing. And the end of the of that work, you will say, "This was really stressful work. I was really stressed." You were not stressed because of the work. You were stressed because of you're constantly thinking about something. No matter what is happening in your external world, when you are sitting for something really important, then try to be just present in that moment. Be there. Even when I said to take 30 minutes, after 30 minutes, you take a break, in those 10 minutes, just take a deep breath and tell yourself, I'm here, I'm in now, I'm present. The more you're present, you will speed up because that won't take that much time because now you are not thinking left and right. I know we can't control our thoughts. That's very natural to come. Even if some issue is going on in your life, it's very natural to think about it. So maybe there is a notepad on the side. Just write it down and just, okay, fine. I will look at you later. Now let me work. Whatever your thought is coming, which is disturbing you, write it down on the notepad and just say, I will look at you later. Let me work. And try to be present. That will really help you to be more productive, to speed up your work. Now, this point, this lack of focus or distraction is a very common thing which everyone, all of us, in fact, we are really concerned about it because this is what we hear, we can't focus. There's a lot of distraction. And most of the time, what is that distraction? Our cell phones, right? Most of the time. If I'm sitting on my laptop, within 40 seconds, I'm so tempted to pick up my phone, check my social media, check my Facebook, anything. So I feel I can't focus. I'm so distracted. And it's impossible for me to keep my phone away. It's all because if you see, it's always in our hands. Even if we we go to washrooms, we are just taking our phones with us wherever we go. And if we are working constantly, after 1 minute, 40 seconds, we just pick up our phone and check the social media. And we think our mind is just not focused. It's very distracted. And we blame our brain for that. And if you see, our brain is highly stimulated because we are jumping from one thing to another thing. Maybe sometimes when working on a laptop, I'm checking one email, there's another email came up, I start checking with that, I'll pick up my phone, then I'll start checking my Facebook or anything else. and I'm constantly bouncing between things. And then I'll say, I can't focus. So what happened? Let's understand how our brain works in this one. When we are constantly switching things, our brain is highly stimulated and our brain crave distractions. Why? Because if we eat something which we really love to eat, maybe it's a pizza, maybe it's anything, like we love to eat that. So when we eat that, so what happened? Our brain will release some kind of dopamine chemicals, those happy hormones, and we feel very excited about it. Same as when we check our social media and we see some things are happening, other people there, our brain releases the same dopamine. It releases the same hormones. And we feel very happy or relaxed or excited about it to look at the different things. Maybe it's a clothes, it's a brand, some friend is doing something. Our brain is releasing the same dopamine. So our brain craves the distractions and is highly stimulated. And that's why we're not being able to focus on that. But for example, you keep your phone away because that's our main distraction. Or maybe I love to sit among the people or among my colleagues, and I love to talk with them and then work along with that. And that's why I'm not being able to complete my work on that. But if I just go in some corner where there is no distraction, no phone, no people, no one, after some time, I'll start feeling bored, right? You'll start feeling bored. So what happened at that time? Your brain stimulation will come down. Your brain will be at the low stimulation. Now your brain won't be active. You'll start feeling bored. And we always try to avoid that boredom. So immediately we are tempted to pick up our phone and talk to someone or see something on our phone or talk to a friend or just see if someone is around us so we can just say hi to them. Or let's go and have a coffee and just some chit chat, and then I will come back and then I will do my work. We avoid boredom. But the thing is that if we just understand, boredom is not bad. In fact, it gives us a mental break. It helps our mind to wander. And we don't give that break to our mind to wander. If you think in past, there were times when you were doing nothing. Maybe you were in a shower and you were just simply taking shower and some idea came up. At that time, your mind was just wandering here and there when you were taking shower because there was no other activity. Your mind was on a very low stimulation. So what happened? Some idea came up. Most of the time it happens. We are just taking shower and we're just thinking about our day and some idea came up. The thing is that we don't allow our mind to get bored and wander. We think it's not a good thing. Let's keep distracted. And when we do that, what will happen? What will the quality of our life? Our quality of life is we are always distracted. There is no focus. There is no direction. So we have to give a break to our brain to wander around and think of new ideas, think of some solutions. For example, you are in your office, you're going from one room to another room. You just pick up your phone and you're just going to another room because in the meantime, you want to check your phone. For example, you don't check that. Leave the phone on your table. Go to another room without your phone and just keep thinking. Maybe you have some meeting, keep thinking about that. You will come up with some new ideas. You will come up with some kind of a solution. We have to bring the stimulation of our brain on a lower level sometimes by doing nothing. By doing nothing. Maybe it's just in a shower. Maybe you're just lying in the couch. Don't put on the TV. Don't pick up your phone. Let your brain feel that boredom. Let your brain just go in random places and pick up something for you. Sometimes we just go for a walk. Go for a walk without a friend or any phone with you. Walk in the nature, walk on the beach, and let your mind wander. You will see your creativity will increase. It will boost your creativity. It will boost your your thinking patterns, because then you will plan something, then you will come up with some kind of ideas. I really like this quote that not all those who wander are lost. So we have to give a break to our brain, to our mind, to wander around, because then we are giving some space to our brain. We always try to fit in because we think, I have to fit in. I have to fit in this environment. I have to be a hustler. I have to do so many things at the same time because I'm at the competition. Do we really need that? Do we really have to be in that rat race? Do I really have to be in competition with others and I have to fit in? No. I need a space. And what do I mean by that? For example, there are cars on highway. So what do you think how the traffic will move if the cars are very fast, or if there is a distance, that distance exists between those cars? If there is no distance between those cars, they can't speed up. It will be a jam. It will be a traffic. So this is what we are doing with our brain. We are not giving any space. We don't have to be a hustler. We don't have to do so many things. We are already doing so many things. We already have, all of us, we have so many responsibilities. We have, as it is, we have many things in life to do, no matter what. What more we want to do? We are not giving our brain a break. And there is, I was reading one research. Once you will start doing this, normally our mind take 8 days to calm down. Imagine if we start giving this break, it will take 8 days minimum to calm down, to give that space. So basically, distractions are not the enemy of the focus. It's the overstimulation of our brain is the enemy of the focus. So once we will start working on that, I have to be there is some time when sometimes we say it's a self-reflection. There is some time when I'm doing nothing. I don't have to pick up my phone. I don't have to switch on the TV. I'm just sitting on my sofa, on my couch. I'm just relaxing, or I'm just going for a walk without a friend, alone. And then I give that space in my brain to think, to plan, to have more creative ideas. And there's another thing which I want you to help with. If you are really tempted to pick up your phone, if you are like working on your laptop, your computer, anywhere, and there's a phone besides you, or even if you are sitting and wandering and you want to pick up your phone and you are really, that your brain is stimulated, no, I have to pick up and I have to check what's there. So what I think you can do, you can just tell yourself, we'll check after some time. Just say this. We'll check after some time. So what happened? That craving of picking up that phone and checking my messages or notification, whatever, or switch on the TV and have to watch some program. Just say, we'll watch after some time, or we will check after some time. So what will happen? You will calm down your nerve for that in that moment, and then get back to what you're doing, whether that's sitting idle and wandering and thinking, planning something, or working on some project. Some people are more auditory. This is why I've mentioned here. Some people are more auditory. They hear these voices. They don't have these images in their mind. Normally they hear the voices in their head. So if you're an auditory person, just hear in your head that someone is telling you, we'll check after some time, or we'll watch this program after some time. And if you are a visual person who always have these images in your brain, so you can see that image is telling you the same statement. So this is the one way of controlling, because that craving of picking up that phone, or that switching on the TV or whatever, it's just in that moment for a few seconds. And if you program or train your brain to control those moments, trust me, you will move gradually from the digital world to the physical world. And that's really important for our mental health, for our physical health, and for really to be more creative and productive. If you look at the history, or anyone who is really productive, you think they are very productive in their life, you will see they will spend a lot of time in their plannings. They will spend a lot of time alone, where they will have more creative ideas, where they will plan better, they have a better strategies. They will not spend time in a lot of hustle and bustle. They will spend time in thinking. And sometimes we are working and the things came up, oh, I have to do this thing also, or there is a new idea, there is something else. Have that notepad with you, write it down, so you know your brain will know, fine, I have acknowledged that, but I will address it later. So this is another way you can avoid distractions. So it's basically your mind work, to be honest. That's why I started from the inwards to outwards. This is how you train your brain, you program your mind to behave in a certain way, because you have learned something else, but now you're unlearning that and learning something new. Okay? So I want to give you, all of you, a 2 weeks challenge to limit your screen time. All these tips and tools, what I have explained to you. And you can have a disconnection ritual. Just try for 2 weeks and see how it works for you. So what do I mean by disconnection ritual? Maybe you can have during the day, maybe at night, before 1 or 2 hours before I sleep, I will not use my phone. And once I wake up also, I will not use my phone for another 1 hour. So you have to give a break to yourself. Or maybe there is one day in a week. On Sundays, I'm not going to check my phone. I'm just going to spend some quality time with my family. I will go out. I will have maybe some good time with myself. I will have some me time, whatever. So try that. Have a disconnection ritual and see how it works for you. I'm not saying to push you with some hard routine, but whatever you can start with. Maybe it's just some small step. Maybe 2 hours a day, I will not check my phone, or I will not switch on the TV, and I will just focus on what is important for me. And then you can re-experience the boredom. We try to avoid boredom. If I'm bored, I will immediately try to call someone. I will switch on some my favorite program. I want to watch my Netflix. I want to, for 1 hour, I just want to check my Facebook and my Instagram, and I just waste my time for doing nothing. And my brain is always highly stimulated. And this is the reason we feel so restless in our life, because we are constantly distracted. So that shows our, what they say, that the quality of attention, the quality of our attention shows the quality of our life we are living. So our attention span is so short now, with 30 seconds, 40 seconds. We want to jump on something else. So you have to step back and you have to make some changes in your life, because this will not affect your professional life, but your personal. When someone said that I want work-life balance. So these are the things you can have a work-life balance. When you plan your things, you plan your time, and you limit your screen time. And then it's just like, bring your brain to a low stimulation. Your brain is always distracted. So these are the few things you have to do to manage your personal, professional life, to be more active, and to produce more results. And then you see what will happen. Just do it for 2 weeks. And I will be really happy if someone will share with me their results or their outcome, what did they experience. Because I just don't want you people to just attend a webinar and just take some kind of information. Because trust me, information will never change your life. You will get to know something for the moment, you will forget about it, and you will leave it. Unless and until you will not implement it. Unless and until you will not start believing in something and start reprogramming your mind with new habits, with new actions. Because same action, same results. You have to change your actions to get a better result or different results. So when we talk about the goal achievement, so this is something I wanted to give you a few tips or few tools, I must say, to how to be more productive. And when it comes to the goal management, for me, how I look at the goals, we have so many tools and techniques on the internet. And you must have learned so many things about it. Okay, have a clear goals and set your goals, set your deadlines, and all this stuff. I'm sure all of you know that. But what I understood out of that, or what I experienced in my life, what I want to share today is, first of all, get very clear in your life what you want. Don't set any kind of goal because someone told you to do that. I see many young people, they talk to me and they tell me, you know what, I want to study IT. Okay, why? Because this time, this era is for IT, and in the coming years there's a lot of scope for IT, and they will earn a lot of money, because that's our whole focus. We all need money, but the thing is that money will flow, money will come once you are aligned. Once you know what you want in your life, you start working on that, money will come automatically. But the thing is that, what are you setting in your life? Because someone told you you will earn money out of it, you will get fame out of it, or you will get this and that out of it, and that's why you're just doing it. And I've set my goal, I have to achieve that. I have my I met a young girl recently, and she is a nutritionist, and she spent like 5 years studying nutrition, and she is graduated from that. And I said, okay, why you're not starting your career? She said, you know what, after doing this 5 years of course, I understood this is not something I wanted to do. I just did it. We're so lost in our lives. First of all, that's why for me it's very important to know yourself. When we talk about self-awareness, is a constant exploration. What you believe in, what are your values, what really matters to you, where you want to go in your life. So first you need to have a clarity, not because someone told you to do something and this is beneficial in terms of monetary gain or any other gains are there. No. And then once you are clear, have a vision. More than a goal, have a bigger vision in your life. Something which is not something you have to achieve and then it's done. It's not a goal. It's a vision for the rest of your life, which you will keep doing till your last breath. That's my bigger vision of my life. All of us not born to be a brother or sister or mother or teacher or doctor or engineer or whatever. These are the roles we are playing. But all of us, we are born to do something big in our life. When we say big, then I have to clarify what that big means to me. Everyone will have their own unique purpose in life. So explore that. What is my bigger vision in my life? Something which I constantly want to do till my last breath. There is no destination in that. There is no achieving or losing in that. This is my vision of my life. Here I want to go and I want to keep doing it. And once you talk about your vision or your goal, attach it to your higher purpose. So this is very important. So please focus on that. If I have any kind of a goal, but there is no purpose attached to it, and higher purpose, because we human beings are just not born for ourselves, for our benefits, for our gains. We are born to contribute. For example, my higher vision is I want to serve humanity. I want to feed people. Okay, this is my higher vision. I want to do this till my last breath. My goal is that I want to set up a business, food business. Now, when I want to set up my food business, in that business, I want to serve homeless people or poor people. So with that goal, I have a purpose. Maybe I can say, out of my earnings, for 10%, I want to spend for homeless people. So whatever I'm doing, it's just not for me or my family, for my kids. It's also to serve the community. It's also to serve someone. So whatever goals you set, whatever vision you have, it must have some kind of purpose. For example, I say, this is a very vague goal. I want to be healthy. Means what? Okay, I want to reduce weight, 5 kilos, I want to reduce my weight. What is the purpose with that? So if I want to reduce 10 kilos in next 2 months, and I will eat this, and I will exercise for this much time. So if I'm going to be healthy and smarter, and I will have like higher vibration, I would be able to serve people as well. I will be able to serve the community as well. Because if I'm overweight, I'm not being able to move, and I'm very lethargic, and because of that, I'm not even being able to go out anywhere to help someone. So every goal has some kind, if you attach that to some purpose, it will be easier for you to achieve that, because then you are aligned. Like we talked about, body, mind, heart, and soul. So what soul needs? Soul needs a purpose. Even if you want to have a nice home, why I want a nice home? Why I want a nice home? Your why has to be very strong. How is going to serve? Maybe I want to give my family a nice place for their comfort. You know, every goal has to have some kind of purpose. Then you will feel aligned, because you have to feed all four ingredients. For your body, you have to be healthy. Exercise, eat healthy. For your mind, you want to be creative, you want to be more productive, and you can only do that if you take care of your mental health, your emotional health. Same goes for your heart. Your heart needs more passion, more love. So if you are doing something which really enjoy doing it, which is really your passion, which you really love to do that, and you attach that with a higher purpose, what is your soul requires. So means in four of these quadrants are fulfilled, and then you will feel I am fulfilled. It happens many times. You want to achieve something, or I want to earn this much money. You have earned. You are very happy for some time. Then again, you're back to the same thing. You feel that emptiness. I have earned, I did my shopping, I bought what I wanted to, I bought a new car, I bought a new home, I was very happy, I celebrated everything. But after some time, I feel the same. I feel I'm empty. What next now? What to do? Because your goals are not aligned with you, and your goals are not aligned with your purpose. So this is very important to explore why you're born and what is your higher purpose. So uh, align your visions, your goals with your higher purpose, and then visualize it. I give you a very simple example of visualizing. Our brain doesn't know what is real and what is not real. And you can do a very quick, simple exercise. Just imagine you're holding a lemon in your hand. It's a very fresh lemon. You're holding in your hand. Just cut this lemon into two pieces. Squeeze that lemon in your mouth and feel the taste of it. I'm sure all of you must be, feeling that sourness in your mouth, and or your mouth must be, generating that saliva in your mouth, or your mouth is watering. So just with the imagination that you're squeezing the lemon in your mouth, and your mouth is generating the saliva, it's watering, and you're feeling the sourness in your mouth. So where does that lemon exist? Nowhere, in your imagination. So your brain doesn't know the difference between what is real, what is not real. So whatever that, once you're clear, you have set your vision, your goals, your purpose, you want to achieve it, keep visualizing that. It will take hardly 5. The best time is that before you sleep, like I said, once you sleep, your subconscious mind keeps working on that. Before you sleep, rather than picking up your phone, just for last 5-10 minutes, where you're just about to sleep, just visualize that goal you want to achieve. For 5, to have those images, feel those emotions, and just sleep with that. That's the best time when our brain is very on a low stimulation and is very absorbent. And another best time is once you wake up in the morning, because our brain cycles are very slow at that time. And whatever suggestion you give to your mind, it will take it. Rather than picking up your phone again, checking your emails or messages, in those 5-10 minutes, also visualize your day, how you want it to go, and how you're achieving your goals. Just see that, just see the end result. And the best part to stay on track is to have an accountable partner. If you have someone with you who is as motivated or as eager to achieve their goals, and all of you are on the same plane, have them with you. So what will happen if you plan something for 1 week with each other? For example, you have a group of friends, 2 or 3 people, and you set some goals together. So become accountable partners to each other. Check in every day or every 2 days or 3 days. How are you doing? Have you done that? Have you taken that action, what we decided? And at the end of the week, just review your actions. Then because once you have an accountable partner, someone is there to going to check on you. Then you will be more active and you will be more diligent to do that. When we are on our own, most of the time we lose the track because we know no one is going to question us. No one is going to check on us. But if we know someone is going to check on us, and then we are more disciplined. And this is also another way of doing it. And celebrate your success, whatever you do. Because what happens? Whenever we celebrate something, our brain releases that happy hormones in our body. And that also create a new neuropaths in our body, which tells us that we can be successful in our life because that will enforce a more positive behavior in you. So don't think this is a minor thing. Even if you don't celebrate our small gains, let it be. No, you are teaching your brain that you can be successful, you can achieve your thing. And that's why you're celebrating. So your brain will develop or strengthen the neuropaths, which will help you to achieve more success and whatever goals you're working in the future. Because now your brain is learning that you can be successful, you can achieve things in your life, you can be productive. So always celebrate your small wins, whichever way you like, but do that. Tell your brain that you are achieving. So your behavior will also change, your self esteem will change, your level of confidence will change. So this is not something minor that even if you don't celebrate is okay. So it means you're not appreciating yourself. So learn to appreciate yourself, learn to appreciate your gains. And best thing is that hire a mentor, because mentor will help you to speed up in your life and keep learning and keep growing. Because don't work with people those who are working with a very fixed mindset. There are people those who think something can never be changed. It is always, they will tell you management is always like this, things will never change, it will remain same. Don't listen to them, because these people are with a very fixed mindset. Whatever experiences they have gained, they just believed in that. That's the only truth for them, and they're not ready to change. So if you want to grow, embrace the change. Work with people, sit with people, have those companions, those who are always ready to change, learn new things, develop yourself. Never stop in one point to think you have learned enough. No, you have never learned enough. Keep learning, keep growing. And if you find any mentor, nothing like it, work with mentors. It will speed up your pace of your career and pace of your life. And lastly, very important thing is your health. Because if you don't have a good health, you won't be able to do anything in your life. This is when we talk about the work-life balance, or we talk about the stress in your life. See, stress will always happen. Sometimes it's more stress, sometimes it's less stress. What you can do about it? Challenges will be there. You will solve one problem, another problem will come up. So problems, challenges, issues, nasty people, whatever, it will be there. Stress will be there. You can't eliminate stress because that's a mechanism of our brain to fight and flight mechanism to which help us to survive. But what you can do about it is one thing I told you: give yourself a break from the digital world. Let your brain rest and wander. Meditate. Sit with yourself for 10-15 minutes. If you all, because we always say we don't have a time, so stop saying that, because we keep creating that reality in our life. Once you wake up, you don't have a time, fine. Just 3 minutes in your bed, just for 3 minutes, take it some deep breath, and just visualize your day. Visualize your goal and breathe. And if you don't have a time to go to gym, so maybe just 20 minutes, go outside, move your body, because movement is very important for your body. And you know that all the physical health and mental health benefits. And self-reflection is very important. Few things before I close this webinar, few things I would like to tell you how you can improve your mental health as well. And one thing is that I will tell you one technique. If you have any problem, any issue, and you think you are not being able to resolve it and this issue is really big and you're upset with that. Just sit with yourself, take some deep breath, close your eyes, and just imagine that in front of you there is a big mirror, and behind that mirror that issue is standing there, whatever the issue is. Just imagine that issue or that whatever it is there. So imagine it's opposite side of that glass. So there is a glass ceiling between you and that issue. And imagine it's a very big size. And now you are reducing it in your imagination or with your hand, or just you're just watching that it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and its colors are going off, and eventually it's done, it's gone, it's dusted off. And then you imagine behind that glass door or that glassy wall, someone who is your role model is standing there. And just imagine for a moment, if he would be in your place, what he would be doing to resolve this problem. There must be some solution, some idea will come up. If you will not get any answer in that moment, it's fine. Keep your mind open. You will get some idea, some solution during the day. Maybe you're doing something, you're wondering, or whatever you're doing, and that idea will come up. Never let your problems or issues get bigger than you. They're always smaller than you. So this is the one thing you can do. Another thing, before you sleep, just write down on your journal 3 good things happen in your life today. Maybe at the office, maybe in your personal life, 3 good things. So sleep with that memory. What happened good in your life or in the day today. So these are the few things you can do whenever you're stressed. Just take some deep breath. So remember, whatever you want to achieve in your life, for that bigger purpose, for that bigger goal, you have to be physically healthy, you have to be mentally healthy. Stress, pressure, deadlines, everything will be there. But how well you can manage is up to you. Meditate, take some deep breath, reflect on that, write it down in the journal. There's so many ways you can address it. But live a conscious life. Don't live a random life. Time will pass. It will not stop for you. Live a conscious life, plan your day, and be conscious about your emotions. Work on yourself and keep working on yourself. You will be able to manage everything in your life. I think that's it for the day. I spoke enough, and now, yes, please, you can come up with your questions, ideas, whatever experiences you would like to share. So please do. Fatima?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. It was absolutely a great webinar. There was so many learnings that I've extracted from there. Because I have always loved sessions that helps you get an insight into yourself. And this was definitely one of those sessions. And I also loved the activities that you made us do during the session as well. One question, or not, maybe less of a question, more like your take on it. You mentioned the 30 minutes routine and then 10 minutes break. I think that is definitely important because it can help you avoid burnout. But then another thing to it is that I've read it somewhere that you should be like the people who are successful or spiritual leaders, maybe they tend to achieve a state of flow in their work. So it felt more like, for example, I start doing work at 3 p.m. and because the work that I was doing, I was so immersed in it, and that state of flow you cannot achieve having breaks, in between. And that suddenly I look at the clock, it's 6 p.m. and I'm like, oh, the time passed so quickly because I love that work and I achieved that state of flow, which I think is not easy to achieve for everyone. So like, what do you think about that? Thank you.
Great question. I would say when we say we have to explore ourselves, everything works differently for everyone. Sometimes people enjoy more to be in a flow, and they still feel the same energy when they started. So whether it's a 2 hours, 3 hours, if it works for you, well and good. But if for some people they feel tired after 2 hours and they say they feel that their energy is drained, for them, because there was some research was done to boost the productivity in people, because everyone works differently. So they found that if people, they take break after every 30 minutes, just move their body, so their blood flow will move, and they will, you have, just break that momentum, and then come back, they will have a better energy. But again, whatever works for you, because everyone is unique, everyone works differently. If being in that flow works for you, then wonderful. Please go with that. It is like up to, it's like experimenting with yourself. Everyone will work differently. Maybe something is working for you, it won't work for me. So it's vice versa. So it's a great point.
Right, ma'am. And ma'am, another point that I really liked was about multitasking that you said, because whenever we talk about women, a comment that we very often get to hear it is that women are multitasking. So even some organizations would prefer having women because they are able to do multitasking. But I was given an interview somewhere, and I was like, yeah, I know women are taskers, but I think that is like there's a flip side to it as well, because when you are multitasking, a multitasker who ends up sitting idle for some time, that person would be thinking about so many things, one thing, and then would shift to another thing and would shift to another thing without completing the thought process of the first thing. I think like that, it's like it makes you think about so many things and in so lesser of time, and you're not completing your thought processes. So my comment was just this, that there is another side to being a multitasker as well, and that is not much talked about. So I was really glad when you mentioned it.
Okay, I would say it depends what task we are doing. For example, I'm writing an article, and I also want to make a tea with that. I just put on my kettle on, and I know it will take another 2-3 minutes, and I'll get back and I'll sit here and I will work. And then again, I will go back and I'll do it. That's a different kind of a multitasking. I'm not overlapping anything. Where the issue comes when you overlap the things. When I want to do one thing at the same time. So I'm not attentive, I'm not giving my 100% to one thing at the same time. For example, I'm writing an article. It's very important for me. I have to be focused on that. At the same time, I keep picking up my phone, and I have to write another email also. So in between, I'm jumping and writing email. I'm saying I'm multitasking because I'm not getting an idea for writing my article. So let me write an email. So in the meantime, I want to do something else also with that. So when I'm overlapping my task, I'm not giving 100% to anything. I'm not giving 100% of my mental process to whatever I'm doing. So it depends what task I'm doing. If it's affecting my work, and where I feel that the quality of work I'm doing is affecting because I'm not giving my 100% of focus to that work and 100% time to that work, then the multitasking is dangerous. That the multitasking is affecting my productivity. So it depends what you are doing. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I couldn't agree more to this. Thank you so much.
Okay. Any other question? Any other comment, feedback, experience you want to share? Or else we can close the webinar with a lot of thanks for your time. So, no questions, I believe. Thank you so much. I believe I have delivered what you were expecting. If something is missing, please do give me your feedback. So next time we can cover up that topic as well. So I've tried to cover up things as many as I can in this limited time. And I hope all of you have learned something at least out of it. So the most important thing is that do work on that. So taking action on whatever information you receive from whichever way, whether it's a social media, whether it's internet, whether it's a mentor, whatever. So just act on that, work on that. This is very important. So work on yourself. And I wish all of you best of luck. Someone has raised hand, Ghazal Moeen. You want to say something, please, Ghazal?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
yes,
I've
please.
come across one question in the chat box. I was scrolling. It's like
Mhm.
when someone is giving us a constructive criticism, so how we can distinguish that this person in my workplace capacity or anywhere is giving me a constructive criticism, or it's like belittling us. So how we can distinguish these two? So please tell us.
Okay, good question. The thing is that it's very important to take feedback. Take feedback with open mind. Don't think like I will not allow someone to comment on me or comment on my work, because then there is some belief system I'm holding on to, that where if someone will comment on my work or on me, it means I'm not good enough. So don't let that happen. Be open. If someone is giving you their feedback and you want to see whether it's constructive or not constructive. So the thing is that whatever you're doing, if someone is giving you feedback, you don't have to react with that if you think it's a criticism. So it depends how you are perceiving that. You're perceiving that as a criticism, or you're perceiving that as just a feedback. So we have to change our mental language on that. So when someone tells you about something, so don't think it's a criticism, think it's a feedback. So when you get a feedback, you don't have to, if you don't like it, you don't have to react on that. Step back, just say, thank you, fine, I will look into it. Sit with yourself and then think without any judgment, without any anger, or without any resentment. Oh, why the hell that person told me this thing? No, this is how you will learn, this is how you will grow. If you will sit with yourself and then think about their feedback, and you will know, you will get to know, fine, whatever that person was telling me, that was, yeah, that is beneficial, that is really helpful. And sometimes you find, no, that's not helpful what that person is saying, I have to explore things myself. So it's fine, that was his feedback, because depends what work you are doing, what feedback you're getting. So first of all, leave this word criticism, because criticism will have a negative impact on you. The moment you think someone is criticizing me, immediately I will step back from that moment, because I will feel that someone is stepping on me. So think it's a feedback, and if I don't like the feedback, I don't have to react. Just I will go back, sit on my seat, think over it, and I will figure out whether it's really helpful or it's not helpful. Then you decide for yourself, and this is how you learn, this is how you grow. So it's okay if someone gives you a feedback. So it's fine. Just understand, as per whatever your work you are doing, whether it's helpful or not helpful, or how you can improve yourself. Because unless and until you're not open to change, you're not open to grow and improve, you will never grow. So it's fine. Sometimes feedback comes in a harsh way, but if it's helpful, then take it. It's fine. It will help you to grow. Okay? Yes, Huria.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Impressive session, engaging, interactive. Appreciate the effort and creativity. Thank you so much once again. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, multitasking can lead to sleep disturbance, headaches, and physical tension, ultimately
Mhm.
affecting overall well-being. You know,
Yes.
due to sleep disturbance caused by multitasking, I'm struggling to focus and unable to give my 100%. In addition to my current challenge, I have a busy academic schedule ahead with several presentations, a research defense, and exam scheduled after. I feel
Mm-hmm.
sleepy. I feel sleepy whole day because at night my brain continuously works, thinking about what I'm going to do next. So how can I overcome this? And what is the solution?
Okay, Huria, what happened? Why we feel overwhelmed when we don't plan anything? We just start the day with the same mental state what we slept with. Like you say, you keep thinking what to do next, and you sleep with the same state of mind. So the thing is that, first of all, whatever you have to do during the day, have you ever listed down and prioritize it? What is very important for you? Sometimes there are some tasks which we really don't like to do it. Do it at first, like just finish it off, take it off from your list. Then You have to plan your day. It happens overwhelming when there is no planning for it. We're just spending a random day, whatever comes, we're addressing it. And that's why we are, like as the brain is stimulated, is highly stimulated. We are bouncing from one thing to another thing, another thing to another thing, because there is no clarity. If I want to do 10 things tomorrow, are those 10 things are really important for me to do completely tomorrow? Or maybe there are 5 things that are very important. So maybe I have to schedule that way, that these are the 5 things first I have to complete once I wake up. Because once your mind is focused that I have to do these 4 things in a day and these are my top priorities. First, I have to finish this in my first 2 hours and then I have to finish this. So you don't feel overwhelmed. You feel overwhelmed when you just see a bigger picture with lot of work you have to do. And there's a lot of things going on in your mind. Like that's what I said, the presence. You're not present. Even if you are helping your kids for their exams, you're thinking about your office work, your some other work. So you're not present. If you are with your kids, you are with your kids. That's it. End of the story. If you are at office, you are at office. You don't have to think what will happen and what I have to cook in the evening once I'll go home. So you have to live consciously. Before you sleep, plan. These are the 5 things, 10 things I have to do it tomorrow. These 5 things in the first half, these 5 things in the later half. Once you wake up in the morning, you know exactly what you have to do. And whenever you're doing something, just be focused on that. So we have learned like so many ways we can avoid distractions. So start applying that. Then you will not feel overwhelmed. But if you will not plan your day and you just keep going on day by day, by the end you will be very stressed and you don't know what to do with your life. And you feel that, oh, I'm the one. Then you start your victim story. I'm the poor person who is overwhelmed with so many things. I don't have any help. Like so many situations we have in our life. But once we step back out of that situation, maybe you step back out of that situation. Just in your imagination, you see that Huria was doing all this stuff. Just step out of that situation. And then as a third person, look at their situation. What Huria is missing in that situation, what she needs to do. And then you will gain a different perspective how to address your day-to-day task. Okay? Yes, Maham.
First of all, thank you so much for such a great and well organized. Learned a great deal from you today. And just a simple question. I think it was already in my mind, and I think you are the right person to give me the answer. I have a question. Like
Okay.
sometimes you spend like half of your life almost doing one thing, and you are doing it's related to somehow a clarity in your career path. Like so you are doing one thing and you are clear about your goals, but on the journey you get to know that there is a slightly different goal that is demanding and that has your interest, and you try to to explore that or test that idea. So
Mm-hmm.
and it is equally promising, it is equally fulfilling, but there is a chance that it is quite challenging because it's slightly different than you already planned. So how we deal with that? There is a fear that if we choose that path that has our interest, but how do we decide that we should choose it or not?
Okay, great question. That's the confusion most of our youngsters are having when they're deciding their careers or deciding their um, future paths, which way they want to go. And there is a confusion what to do because most of the time we don't get that guidance from someone from our elders. So that's why this is very important that we explore. When I say explore ourselves, it means something we need to know what is that really matters to me. Maybe something, like I said, make a list of your core values. What matters to you? What you will gain out of it? What I can suggest you, 2 goals, and you're saying is equally fulfilling, but you want to try another goal. You want to check if that is more fulfilling for you, or maybe that is something you really want to do it. Write it down why you want to do it. Your why has to be very clear. what you will gain out of it. Write that why, first of all. So you get clarity in your mind. If you're doing A, why you're doing A, what you will gain out of it. Does that match with your values, what you want to achieve in your life? And does that match with your higher purpose? Then write for B goal. Why you want to do that? What you want to achieve out of it? And does that match with your values and your higher purpose? After that, you said, the second thing you said, you have a fear. Having a fear is a very normal thing because our brain is structured to help us to survive. If our brain will sense any kind of uncertainty or any kind of threat, it will tell us to step back, don't try it. And that's what we call fear. But how can we overcome the fear? By doing it. By doing it. If you will do the B thing also, what you will lose? At least you will explore it. And that's what you call self-exploration. Unless and until you don't do something, you don't try something, how will you know what potentials you have, what capacity you have? First thing, clarity. Why? What you will achieve out of it and how it matters to your values and your purpose. Second thing, let's do it. See what happens. What you will lose out of it. Life is not stopping you to doing from anything. You can always go back. I was a psychology student. I did my bachelor's with psychology. And then I moved to finance. I moved to banking. I moved to corporate. 17 years of my career I spent into corporate. And then I realized, no, my passion is psychology. My passion is coaching people. And that's me. I took a U-turn. I would say it's not even a U-turn for me. It's my path. It's my journey. I was meant to work for 17 years corporate because now I know their pain points. I know what exactly they go through, what they feel, and that's how I can coach them. And that experience is helping me to gain a different perspective in coaching. So whatever experience you will gain, it will give you some perspective, some skill in your life. So never be scared or be fear of trying something. Unless and until you will not try, how will you learn? How will you explore yourself? So just don't put so much pressure on you. Be clear what you want and then work on that because that's how we clear the confusion. I want to eat pizza, I want to eat a burger, and I don't know the taste of both. What I will do? How I will decide? I don't know how the pizza tastes, I don't know how the burger will taste. By only tasting them, right? And then I will decide what I like more. It's just that make it simple. Don't make it complicated in your life. Just make it simple, breathe, and just explore. That's it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm really glad that I asked from you, and it has
Yeah.
almost boosted my confidence. Thank you so
It's
much.
my pleasure. All of you are asking such a wonderful questions. That this gives you really good clarity in your career, and I'm glad to help you in any way.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Anything else? Any other question? But in any ways, I'm available for all of you. You can have my email ID. You can have my WhatsApp, no problem. I'm always open to help others. By any means, if I can help you in any way, please do let me know. We can always talk.
Thank you so much, Dr. Asma, for giving us your golden time. Really, your experience and engaging presentation style make the session truly valuable. Once again, thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience with us. We will definitely use it, what we learned from you.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad all of you are here. You have given your time and attention to it. And I will be really glad if anything you have learned out of this one and you will work on that and I can see your progress and I can hear from you. By the way, I would love to hear if someone will take that 2 weeks challenge. Whoever. All right, everyone. Just stay safe, stay blessed wherever you are, and keep growing in your life. And I'm always available whenever you want to talk to me. I'm here. You can take my email ID, my WhatsApp from WomenAscension. So I'm always here to help by any means. Yes, Leah.
Yes, I just wanted to thank Mama for the webinar. To me it has been an eye opener. Actually, I'm one of people who are always afraid to dream big. I always think, this post manager, what? I think it's not for me. Maybe let me go for the coordinator. It's better that way, something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
this has actually, built my confidence. I'm confident confident
Mm-hmm.
enough, to take the challenge whenever it comes along. Thank you.
Thanks, Leah, for sharing that. I understand very well. We land into so many roles and jobs where we feel we are not connected, and we just don't like doing that. But the thing is that for the time being, even for the sake of experience, you're doing it. Do it. But what is important is that then what is that you want to do? That's why I started this whole webinar from inwards to outwards. Because, first of all, you need to understand what is that you really believe in? What is that you value in your life? If you feel very disconnected to some place, to some work, to some career, it means it's not meant for you. So your body, your mind is telling you this is not for you. Then what you need to do? Explore it. You need to explore it if this is not what I want to do. So forget about whether I have a resources, whether I have those chances, opportunities. That's the secondary thing. First of all, what is that I really want to do? What is that I love to do? What is that if I wake up every morning, it's not a burden for me, I will just go for it. So that is the first thing you have to explore for yourself. Second thing, when you say you don't have the confidence to take up the challenges, so none of us we are born with confidence, none of us, because confidence is a skill. Confidence is a muscle you build with time. So it might possible when I was a child, I have those incidents or those experiences in my life where people have make me realize that I'm not maybe good enough, I'm not important, or I was ignored somewhere, and somewhere I feel I can't show up. I want to hide. I can't take up the challenges because I'm not good enough. So underlying belief is what? I'm not good enough. I can't take up the challenges. The other person is better than me. But then how we overcome to this fear and how can we build confidence? We can build confidence by willingness. Am I really willing to take up the challenge irrespective of my belief, which I think is true that I don't have confidence? But still, I'm willing to take this challenge because you build your confidence when you are willing to do something. Unless you will not do something, what will happen, Max? Imagine you will fail. You won't be able to complete that challenge or complete that project or task, whatever. But that is not a failure. That's how you will learn and you will be proud of yourself. That no matter how much fear you were feeling, no matter how much this limited belief you had that I don't have a confidence. Is that really true? Where is that belief coming from? Who gave you this belief? How you develop this belief? Work on that. But then, if you really want to overcome it, you have to be willing to take action, no matter what. What max will happen? Just imagine what max will happen. Someone will give me a project, or I couldn't complete it. I couldn't produce the outcome I wanted to. So what? What will end? No. My life will end? No. I will learn. And this is how I will build my confidence. And this is how I will grow. You have to change your self image. That's what I said, your self identity. What identity you're having. You have to upgrade your identity by knowing yourself, by taking action, and by visualizing yourself in that identity. And that's my core thing, what I do with people, with women especially. I work with their self-confidence and with their self-esteem because there are so many underneath beliefs they are holding on to. That's why they're not being able to move in their life. But I believe, Leah, you can. You can. You
Yes.
just have to explore yourself and be willing to take action. Just do it. It doesn't matter what will happen. The sky will fall, tsunami will come.
Mm.
What will happen? You will lose jobs. So what? You will find something better than that. And this is how we learn. This is how we grow. Be willing to move forward. You have that power, and that is inside you, not outside you. No one can tell you you can't do it, Leah. You can always do it. You have to tell yourself. You upgrade your identity. Okay? But if you need any kind of help, I'm always there. You can talk to me, no problem.
Thank you.
All right. Any other question, feedback? All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your energy, for showing up, for your questions, for your attention. Thanks for everything. And thanks for your feedback. Really appreciate that. And I wish all of you best of luck and good evening, good night, good afternoon, whichever part of the world you are. All right. Take care. Bye.